Use the Force! Oh wait, wrong movie.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Epically Geeky full-size Autobot Matrix of Leadership. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Not really packaging; it didn't come with any official packaging, but here's the shipping box. Here's the shipping box that came in, you know, and peanuts! Peanuts! Oh, they're everywhere. I didn't think this through. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, let's give me a second to clean this up. And moving right along, here we have the Matrix of Leadership. So this is another 3D printed Matrix from Epically Geeky, and this is what they're calling their full-sized Matrix. Not really full-sized. I mean, I'm sure if it was actual full-sized, it would be way, way bigger since it's meant to fit in the chest of a giant robot, but full-sized for us humans, as you can see. I'm going to go to a surgeon after this video and have this implanted into my chest in place of my heart, because I'm sure it'll work just as well. But anyway, no, that's just, don't do that. Nobody do that. That could be so wrong and so dangerous, and so you'd just be dead. Don't listen to any advice I give you ever. Just don't. But anyway, so here is the Matrix itself, and just for a quick comparison here it is with the smaller Matrix kit that I put together quite a while ago. You can see just how much larger it is than the little kit version. You can see. So there you have that. And this is, you don't have to put this together. This does come already fully assembled. You just take it right out of the box and it's ready to go. And it's really, really nicely done. It looks really cool. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. I actually have it upside down here because it stands better with the chain loop there. It's actually supposed to be this way, but it's getting close here so we can take a look. You can see the detailing there in the center portion. Now I did opt for the gold version this time as opposed to the orange one that I went with the little kit. This is the gold version. So now we can see how the gold looks like. And the gold is really nicely done. It's a really nice, just kind of shiny gold. I don't know how well that comes across on camera, but it is a nice gold. As you can see, I mean, it is 3D printed, so it looks 3D printed. I mean, that's just the way 3D printed stuff is, you know. And there are some little rough spots here and there, but, you know, all in all, it still looks okay. This side is definitely quite rough, but, you know, it is what it is. Again, it's 3D printed, so, you know. And you can see the side pieces themselves. Pretty nicely done. Really cool. Really, really cool. I do quite like this. And we'll take a look at the back. Got the battery compartment right back here. You have the little my tongue stops working. You have the loop here for a chain. And again, this is also kind of rough as you can see, but I could probably, you know, kind of sand that and smooth that out. But again, it's 3D printed, so you know, it is what it is. But still, looks quite nice, and that's why I have it standing upside down, because it doesn't stand this way. Little loop helps it to stand. So there you go. Now you do get a display stand with it, which is the one thing you will have to assemble. It just comes in 3 pieces here. You can see there's a Autobot symbol done in red. Again, looks pretty nice and shiny and silver-like, and very simple to put together. Just put these 2 bits together here, and you put the front on, and it's all just tabs and grooves, and there you have your display base. That's pretty cool. It's simple, but it's effective. And you can take the Matrix and just drop it down like so, or actually if you want to have it the right way, there you go, just drop it down like that, and you can see it does sit up at an angle. You don't have to have it like that if you don't want to. You can always just kind of have it standing up a bit straighter like that. You know, hey, it's always yours. Display it however you wish. But as you can see, it's curved to accommodate the rounded part of the Matrix itself. So again, yours. Display it however you wish. But it does make for a nice little display there. Now, this does have a light up feature, and this is where my biggest complaint about this thing comes into play. You know, the rough spots in the prints, that's fine, that's whatever. I can live with that, not a deal breaker. My biggest complaint about this is the battery cover. You can see there are 2 screws here. You undo the 2 screws, and in theory, you could just pull this panel right out, and you can access the batteries. It takes 3 AAA batteries, by the way. But, yeah, here's where the problem lies. I undid the 2 screws. I was trying to pull this out, and it just wouldn't come out, because this thing is just stupid. Stupid tight. Way too tight. And I am not exaggerating. It legit took me about 15 minutes with a screwdriver trying to pry this thing open just so I can see what kind of batteries it took. That's all I wanted to know, was what kind of batteries it took. And it takes 3 AAAs. It took me 15 minutes to find out it takes 3 AAAs. But, yeah, this thing is just, it's stupid tight. And this panel's not thin either. This panel is like this thick. Like, I was prying it open, and it just kept going and going and going and going. And I was like, what the, you know. So, yeah, the good people at Epically Geeky, I'm sure you're watching this video, you might want to rethink the measurements on this piece here, because that's just stupid tight. That is just, it should not have taken that much work to do something that should be really, really simple, as just to open a battery compartment. Like, that's, no, rethink those measurements. Just bring it in just a smidge on either side. Just bring it in just a little bit. Just you have that little bit of wiggle room. You have 2 screws here to hold it in place anyway, so it doesn't matter if you have a little gap. Just bring it in, just a smidge, just a little bit. But anyway, it could just be my copy too, I don't know, but just still something to note. But anyway, so yeah, it takes 3 AAA batteries, and the switch for it is right here on the bottom, and we're gonna flick the switch, and boop. You see, you get a nice flickering effect, and then it glows a nice bright blue there, and that's really cool. You can see it keeps going there. That's really cool. That is really cool. I dig that. And that's a cool little effect going on there too. That's really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to I'm going to turn off my lights so you can see this a bit better. So clap off. All right, so the lights are off, and we're pretty much down to mood lighting here. So we're just going to flick the switch, and look at that. That is really cool. Really, really cool. It is pretty bright too. Pretty bright, as you can see. That's awesome. That's really awesome. As much work as it was to get the battery compartment open, you know, this kind of makes it worth it. Kind of makes it worth it, because that's a cool effect there. So I definitely dig that. So let's turn this off, and we'll cut the lights back on. Clap on! Alrighty, so yeah, one thing I also like about this is that, you know, my little skinny fingers can actually fit in the sides here. So I can be all proper about it when I'm lighting the darkest of hours, which is usually around midnight. It happens every day. Anyway. But just for another sense of how large this matrix is, here it is with MP10. As you can see how that works out. You know, and if we you know, stand it up on its side here, you can see, you know, it's a little taller there than MP10. So there you go. So there you have the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. You know, there are some rough spots in the print, but that's not a deal breaker for me, not the end of the world. The battery compartment is way too tight though. That thing is just frustrating to get open. I know how Ultra Magnus felt now. I feel his pain. I really feel his pain now, although I was using much harsher language than he was when I was trying to get that thing open. But you know, that definitely needs to be tweaked a bit. That's my only major complaint about this, is just that battery compartment is just way too hard to get open. But other than that, it's really nicely done. It looks really cool. I love the light up feature. I love that this little flickering effect going on here before it just glows that nice bright blue. That's really cool. I think that's really well executed. So overall, it is a really nice piece, and I can't wait to put this on my shelf and have it displayed with my collection. It's definitely going to be a be the centerpiece. Definitely cool. So there you go. Now, Epically Geeky is on Etsy. I will put a link in the description down below if you would like to buy a Matrix of your own. Now, of course, for your other Transformers needs, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Epically Geeky full-sized Autobot Matrix of Leadership. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.